obviously extremely excited that we were able to find a way to dig in the second half and pull that game out. That's a big victory for our team and our program this season. An incredible amount of respect and credit for Coach Helkovich, the Buffalo program. I mean, that is a really good team. Right up there with as good as any team we've seen all season. Watched them throughout all of their games, obviously, in scouting, and that is just a really good team, and I thought that's a big win for us to be able to pull that one out.
I mean, a win like that in any fashion is pretty crazy, but to do it with, if I'm not mistaken, 8 guys dressed. I mean, what does that say about your team?
The one thing I'll say is that I've often spoke about how they work every day, this team, and we've had to alter what we do because of the injuries and the limited amount of bodies. So sometimes, that can clearly be a challenge in practice, but what we saw in the second half is how we envisioned being able to play for 40 minutes all season. That's what this team we wanted, whether it's pressing full game, playing in transition. It's how we trained all summer and all preseason. And unfortunately, it hasn't been able to work out because of the bodies. It's very hard to play that way, as you said, with limited bodies. But what it says is that the heart and the grit of Jordan, as a leader and the captain of this team, to all the other guys, that they could dig deep and go to it with very little time of rest.
Coach, talk a little bit about coming off of Thursday's game when momentum really came in the second half, how y'all worked from that time to instill that in the first half, continuing that throughout the game, and then really pressing on that in the last 4 minutes.
Well, we thought with the second half, we did a lot of positive stuff versus App State. We got off to a really good start this game. We liked what was happening, the way that the game was going on both sides of the basketball. And, Free Tag got going. Credit him. That's as good of a first half as I've seen. And his second half is right up there with that in terms of one half of basketball. But Free Tag was dynamic. I think he got fouled on 3 different three-point shots and made 2 of them. We fouled, I think, 9 or 10 times in the first half. He drew all but 1 of them. I mean, he was really putting pressure on us and scoring the ball. He had 29, we had 28 in the first half. And so after that first maybe 6-7 minutes of the game, he got going, and it really got them going. And as Jordan talked about at halftime with the guys, we let our offense affect our defense in the first half, and all the emphasis was on defense, and Jordan challenged this team pretty strongly at halftime, and the guys responded to their captain.
What's it like to see your team get over that hump in the second half? There's been a few games this year where you come back and make it close, and then last 4 minutes, things fall apart. But what's it like to see you guys get over the hump to that?
Well, I've said this in this room before, that we're 8-1 in the last 2 years, including this game now, in 1 possession games. You have to learn how to win. This team wasn't as experienced with the guys that are playing right now. A lot more sophomores, even freshmen playing because of just the scenario circumstance. But that being said, we showed right after the App State game that 4 of our last 5 losses with 4 minutes to go has been 3 of them a 1 possession game, 1 of them a 2 possession game, 6 points all the way back to Charleston Southern. And we work on that every day, and we worked on it leading up to this game. And we talked about it in the timeouts. We're right here, what we've been working on, what we talk about. Let's get this game down to the last possession. And you know what, the guys, you say, what is it? You know what, I think the guys are learning. And again, I'm just so appreciative of the crowd being in here tonight, because they give energy late. Guys are fighting through. I mean, I know what he feels like right now. But the crowd, the people in here, the support that everybody provided was really important.
Jordan, what does a win like this do for this team, wrapping up non-conference play, heading into conference play later this month?
Pretty much gives them confidence, that we can compete with a lot of people. We pretty much had a couple of rough games from the start of the season. I feel like this game gives a couple gives a confidence booster. And St. Bonaventure, Michigan State, all those games, I feel like we had it. We had confidence. But this game right here gives us more confidence. We can really beat these teams.
Jordan, Coach said you challenged the guys at halftime. I mean, I guess what was the PG version of what you said to them?
Keep locker room stuff.
Yeah, the locker room stuff. Let's just get it going. Let's find a way, guys. That's what I can say.
It was a defensive challenge from a captain understanding that what we talked about before the game was that defense was going to give us an opportunity versus a very good 8-1 ball club coming in here. That we got off to a start defensively, And Jordan let everybody know that we have to get back to doing that, and we had to make an adjustment, and we did. We're not going to continue to guard Freitag the same way when he plays the way he did in the first half. And Jordan, Tybo Bailey, and everybody stepped up in the second half to try and make it more difficult. We had to limit his touches. When someone has it going like that, if they keep touching the ball, good things aren't going to happen for the defense. And Jordan let his fellow guards and team know how important that was going to be to execute. The guys did it. Tybo really spearheaded that a lot, Tybo Bailey, with his defense directly prior to any catch from Freitag. And then everybody else has to do the job, because whether it's Batchelor or Sable or any of their other players, they could go off at any minute. That's a really good team. And now it's loose balls, defensive rebounds that 4 other guys really have to be involved with. And I thought top to bottom, to be able to force 12 turnovers in the second half and hold that team in the 20s in the second half was really important. It was vital to having a chance to win that game.